They all come running over because they think I got food. I can hear hunting dogs in the distance. And it reminded me that, where are we? 26th of August-ish. Hunt begins at the beginning of September. I always forget that. It's sort of 6 months worth of weekends of guns and shouting and shooting and killing. This cockerel, it was funny this morning when I let them out. They all came out and they all disappear into the sheep shed to see if there's any corn left over from the night before. Then they all come out, bar one of these Brahma girls. And he noticed he was one missing, and all of a sudden he got up and ran off, legs splayed, wings going like a young bird, which he is really. We bought him... God, I can't remember. Where was it? Or maybe it was around about this time last year. I think so, yeah, around about this time last year. And by then he would have been probably about 9 months old, 10 months old. So he's still a young bird, a young man. But it was just funny watching him run off, round up the Brahma, chase back after. I thought, aye, she's going to be seen to, but he didn't. He was just rounding everybody up. Still not sure about these 3 black ones. You know, are they hens? Are they cockerels? That looks like a hen over there, definitely. Yeah, they're just not. They're not showing any signs of being cockerels, which is lovely. Very happy with that. Can you hear those dogs? Donkey. There's a donkey down in the field that's just every so often in the night been whoring. Is it? Eoring. Oh, it's so loud. I mean, I'm used to it. I drift through it, really. It wakes me a bit, but I drift through it. But it's so... When it first was there, because there's donkeys around all the time, but when it was first there, it got it, you know, depending on how close it is to this end of the field, it makes me jump. But I managed not to be so bothered last night. But it's just, somebody said to me that donkeys don't speak at night. Well, I have to disagree, they do. So today I'm making a half-assed curry. Half-assed because it's a bit of one and a bit of another. I'd got 2 curry pastes in the fridge that needed using. I'm going to open this gate for them. A balti and a chicken and a biryani. So I've mixed them both together. Oh, steady. I've done bits from a biryani curry that I have made before, just from my head. So I've done a load of fried onion rings and sultanas that then soak up the juice of the onion and the oil, and then the toasted almonds, and that will go. I'll mix that in with some basmati rice, but I'm not going to do the putting it, you know, mixing it all together and then cooking it in the oven, because the chicken part, the curry part, is really nice and it's got a really nice sauce with it, and Mark likes lots of sauce, whereas if I mix it in and make biryani with it, if I mix it in and make biryani with it, it'll end up not being, you know, because biryani is quite a dry curry. I've got a naan bread mixture proving in the oven. At least I hope it's going to be a naan bread, who knows. I just chucked some flour and yeast and salt and yoghurt into a bowl and mixed it together. Who knows. The only reason that we don't, well, many reasons, but one of the reasons that we don't let these in to this part is because eventually what happens is they come and crap on the patio. And as you can see, it's a perfect patio. We don't want it crapped on, but it is annoying having chicken shit on it. So I've got half-assed curry on the go. Well, it's already really, apart from cooking the rice and cooking the naans. I've got shopping on the go online. I need to finish that off, and we'll go and pick that up this afternoon. I'm hoping for a phone call for my replacement glasses. Still can't get my head around that I take back glasses because I don't like them, and I get them exchanged for free, and so I'll get a brand new pair of glasses without it of any cost to me. And they were expensive, you know, and their lenses are really expensive, and I don't know how they can do that. There must be something that they do. I shared a post last night from The Guardian about people and their heating or eating diaries, which is just awful, absolutely awful. I know I keep saying it, and I know it's the UK, and I know I don't live in the UK anymore, but I can't help but look and be concerned, very concerned. And I'm sure that there are going to be people here, many people. Leave that almond tree alone. Oi! Brr. That's the reason. That tree can't take. Okay, hold on. So yes, I think absolutely positive there would be similar stories here in France, and I just hope that we have a better support network. Although judging by some of the people that I saw when I was volunteering in Restos du Cœur, some of them looked in a very sorry state, which is awful. So yes, I shared that, and I also, and I think I shared in a comment, but something really worth looking at is Emily Maitlis did a lecture in Edinburgh. Well worth watching. It's quite long, well worth watching or listening to. And she and John Sopel and one other whose name I can't remember have broken away from the BBC, thank goodness. And they're going to be doing podcasts on LBC at the end of this month, and they call themselves the News Agents. So hopefully there will be something more balanced from them. And she talks about how hard it was to report stuff, you know, without being biased, or with, you know, to try and do that when and also, you know, having to double check themselves and think carefully about what they were saying. So eventually they felt that they weren't reporting what was happening because they were having to check they were, you know, that they were within certain guidelines. Well worth listening to her lecture. A couple of people have suggested that I look at a couple of things. I can't remember the names of them now, and I've decided not to, because really it's UK, and I don't live in the UK, and I need to be looking more at what's happening here in France rather than what's happening in the UK. So I won't look at any more, apart from I've looked at Michael Lambert and Tim Wilson. Are you feeling left out? Huh? Are you? What? I ordered a battery pack the other day, a battery pack that will, more important than anything else, will run our CPAP machines if we're without electricity through the night. I'm hoping that if we do have outages, that it'll be similar to how it was in the UK in the 70s, when you knew it was like a rolling rota, and you knew that your 3 or 4 hours was going to be at a certain time, so you could prepare ahead of time. I'm hoping that that's what is planned and that it isn't just a, oh, sorry, no power. And the good thing about this battery pack is it's something that you could take on holiday and go camping with, and that you can recharge it from the mains when you have got electricity. So I'm hoping that that will solve the problem, because I'm quite reliant on my CPAP machine. I really would struggle if I couldn't use it. Mark's apneas aren't as bad as mine are, and I've had sleep apnea since I was early teens. Didn't know about it. Well, sort of knew there was something, but didn't know how to describe it, you know, and it's only looking back, I think, God, I've had that forever. So yeah, I can't do without my CPAP machine. So that's the news from here. That's the menagerie. Ida's been locked out for eating the almond tree. The apple tree can take it, the olive probably, but the almond can't be nibbled. And she's there's a chicken nibbling it now, and she's not happy because the chickens are in here and she's locked out. But that's tough. Yeah, so that's the reason they don't normally come in here, because of the, I mean, there's not a lot in here. I didn't plant anything. As you can see, what's here is here. There's nothing special in here, but it does get eaten. And I'm just going to mention that it does feel autumnal. The temperature was, when I got up this morning at about 7, it was 14 outside. It was lovely. It's a beautiful, calm day. I don't know how hot it's going to be later. We were out yesterday. We went over to Joe's and we went out we had a lovely meal. We went to I can't remember what it was called now, but it was all you got. What you got was what you got. So you go in and you get the menu du jour, and so it's, you know, I don't think that's easy for some people. They like to be able to choose, but we ended up with a really rillette as the entree, as a piece of charcuterie, like a small piece of meat, a little pot of rillette with a cornichon on top, a piece of toast, and what else was on the plate? Oh, some lettuce, a lettuce leaf, and a quarter of a tomato with a bit of dressing on. Really lovely. I love rillette. Problem with rillette is that you have to have it with bread or toast, and of course we don't eat bread and toast, so it's no use me thinking, oh, I'm doing my shopping online, oh, buy some rillette, because we have to eat it with bread and we don't eat bread. So we had that, and then the main course was trout, and we got 2 pieces of trout, you know, quite substantial. 2 pieces of trout, a small, large tablespoon of rice, I suppose you'd say, a sort of curry-ish sauce, and a small, very finely diced ratatouille. That was really nice, very tasty. And then we had, for dessert, a beignet absolutely full of something like Nutella and cream. But it was nice, because it was so typically what you would be served in France if you turn up at a restaurant and just accept what you're given. And that's what we like. That's what we like, that we can more or less guarantee that if we go into a restaurant, that we'll feel well fed. And it's, for me, it's quality over quantity. I know I've made these comparisons before, but you know, when we're in the UK, you get a lot on your plate. It's far too much, and it's made up with a lot of carbs, you know, a load of chips, and that's not what we're looking for. You know, what we're looking for is quality, and this felt quality. And what did Mark pay? We had half a jug of 50 centilitres of red wine. and he paid €50 for 3 of us. So what's that, $17.50 each or something? Bloody good value. Oh, coffees, and we had coffees for that as well. So I haven't worked. There goes the donkey. Can you hear it? Every couple of hours in the night, could you put up with that? I don't know what's going on. You know, it's not like that every night, but last night it was. Okay, so I feel all up to date, and I can sit and relax now and then just finish off the meal at lunchtime. I don't even know what the time is now. It's probably only about 10 o'clock. I'm well ahead of myself. Have a good day.